Good evening. Welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern episode 85th. I should have checked that first. I'm pretty sure it's 85th.
It is 85th.
Sunday night at 8 p.m.
Ish.
As usual, over on youtube.com/Xbox Tavern official. Get the plug in there early. I'm Jamie, and I'm once again joined by Scottish Rav Ross.
Hello.
Billy Man Ian.
Bonjour.
And ladies' favourite Daniel.
Hello.
So, ASMR for the start of the show.
Oh, there we go. Right. Time for a nap. Cheers. Right. No MPV Graham this week. He's done himself an injury, so get better soon, Grayman.
Did he go to hospital?
Not yet, I don't think. Well, I'm hoping it's not that serious, but it doesn't sound
fell on
very
something
good.
rather large.
Yeah, it's going to get one of them X-rays where they're looking at how did that get that far up there, sir? Well, I was hoovering and I just
fell.
I fell naked.
It landed on it.
Sorry, Graham. Right, anyway, let's get straight to the news, gentlemen, before we besmirch Graham too much. We got a few sort of light stories this week, nothing major in the world of video games this week that is not overly serious, so we don't really want to get into that right now. So let's start with Samsung TVs have Xbox, Stadia, and GeForce Now game streaming from today, as of a day or so ago. So this is from VGC, and they say what it says in the tin. They've announced its new game streaming discovery platform, which unifies cloud gaming, Xbox cloud gaming, GeForce Now and Google Stadia, has launched for select TVs. This is only for their 2022 models, so obviously the brand new ones. But they've said they'll roll it out to older 2021 models at some point, hopefully. It doesn't require any additional hardware. It's just an app on your TV like Netflix or YouTube or or whatever else you want to look at. And you're also going to get Amazon Luna if anybody's using that at some point at a later date.
The hell is Amazon Luna?
That is their game streaming thing. It's got a nice nifty little purple controller, I think.
Oh, nice.
Not too dissimilar to the Stadia one you were singing the praises of last week. They say, additionally, Samsung's latest AI upscaling technology optimizes game graphics, providing incredible 4K and 8K, for some reason, resolution with high color accuracy and sharpness. Gaming Hub will also incorporate apps such as Twitch, YouTube, and Spotify. And it says it's unclear if they'll be accessible in-game with the same way that like the PS5 or the Xbox allows you to listen to music in the background while you're playing. I wouldn't have thought so. So it's the 2022 Neo QLED 8K if you've got more money than sense. Neo QLED 4K QLEDs and 2022 Smart Monitor Series televisions are included in this first rollout.
That Neo one's not that expensive. It's only $2,500.
What, for the 4K or the 8K?
The 8K. We have it. We have it
that's
at my
cheaper
work.
than I expected, but
If you walk past the Sony Centre, it's like bizarrely the Sony Centre and the Samsung TV is the flagship.
Fair enough. I'm sure it's a very nice TV. I wouldn't say no to getting one of them. Daniel sponsors. Daniel. So gentlemen, we've been cloud gaming for a while on the consoles and the phones and stuff. I don't imagine anybody's got a new 2022 TV. Thank you, Daniel. But is anybody going to pick up a new TV? Or would anybody going to have any interest?
I thought I was on mute. Sorry.
Is anybody interested in checking out cloud streaming via the TV without a console, etc., etc.? Will you be getting a new TV because of this?
No.
Ian, Daniel, Ian, go for it.
No. I mean, like I said, I've got a console. Well, I don't need to get these extra apps and stuff. So yeah, for me, no, I've no real need. I don't want to buy a new TV, and plus, especially not a Samsung one. There, well, Samsung one I've got at the moment is quite annoying.
Oh, I love a Samsung TV.
I'm a big fan of Samsung.
Yeah, I've got LGs at the moment though.
Good man.
What about yourself, Ross? Would this tempt you into a new television purchase?
Some of the same booty me tempts me into a new television purchase. So this is I've got a Samsung TV at the minute, and I'm hoping to go back to it because mine's the 2021 model. So I'm kind of like, I could be doing with a new TV in the bedroom. Actually, just
that's the way, in it. The secondary television in the bedroom, or
I don't need it for
a smaller one in the corner.
Exactly, perfect for the one in the living room. So that's fine. But yeah, I mean, Samsung 55-inch 4K in the bedroom would just be.
I have enough consoles in the house I couldn't warrant it.
What about yourself, Daniel? Is this something that would tempt you?
I'll just wait for the stick when it comes out at the end of the year. I'll go with
True. I mean, that's obviously unconfirmed at the moment, but
it's coming. It's coming.
It's all coming in it.
It's all going
close
this,
to
isn't
me.
it?
You'd think it would.
Say they're coming.
Is that when? But no, let's not move on from that. Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at getting a new TV for a little while, and I don't really need one. But if I was to pick one up, it would probably be a Samsung. So this is just a bit of icing on the cake. Like Ross said, that you go, you need a new TV? Oh yeah, I do actually. I need to got one. Do with a new one.
Any excuse for a new TV?
Pretty much.
Again, but like you, Ian, I don't have no real use for it because I've got a couple of consoles. Obviously, got the phone, the tablets, and stuff like that. It'd be nice to have, wouldn't it? Just a nifty little addition, and especially if it includes other things, like I said, like Amazon or Stadia for all of the 3 games on there that you can't play anywhere else, maybe.
Well, in fairness, the GeForce Now on it as well. That's quite handy to have that for like PC ones. Yeah,
because isn't that the one where you can stream your own library as well as other games in various quality settings?
Yeah.
So that's quite nifty. Obviously, the cloud gaming for us, Xbox Game Pass library.
Hey, yo.
5 million games, I think it is at this point now, something like that. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. It'd be good to see if they do roll it out to older ones, like you said, Ross, because I've got, I think, a 2021, so that's pushing my luck a little bit. But if it rolls back to 2021 versions, then should have some more happy chappies. So just going to pair a controller to it. I imagine it's going to be, you can just use any old controller you like. Probably not even need to be an Xbox one.
I think they said in the trailer you could use any controller.
So how's that going to work?
Well, I think you Bluetooth it to your TV, don't you? I mean,
and then
get to the bits about
they're all the same,
and all
basically.
that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way of getting around the menu system when you need to get into the menu system. Or into the Xbox dashboard, I should say.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think how This guy sounds stupid. I should probably know this, but do TVs come with Bluetooth built in?
Yeah. I Bluetooth some headphones to mine, so I can listen to it without obviously having surround sound systems.
I never
and
even
stuff.
thought
But
of
you
that.
can
Yeah,
also-
actually.
you can Bluetooth system controllers to it. I've done it once, I think, but you know when they got the shitty like flash games, I think that built in. I tried to play some of that. But this is fucking dreadful. Turned it off, and that was the end of it. But yeah, so obviously, if you're looking for a new TV, maybe this might tempt you into a Samsung way. And like I said, Daniel, if you want to get some sponsorships going, you know,
I'll reach out to
shout
people I know.
Samsung, you know, nice.
Give them play their balls.
Do like an 85-inch if you could. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Only 85. What?
Yeah, that would probably,
Circumference or
probably fit.
Circumference? Why are we getting round TVs, Daniel?
This is the next.
That's a very good point, actually.
Hey, why the fuck?
Fucking
Just
complete ovals
wrapped round you.
surrounded. The power of the cloud surrounding.
Exactly. Dan's in his spinach like this, try to find folk.
Wow, so good. Right.
So a game you could play should you pick up a new 2022 television and cloud gaming and Xbox cloud gaming, etc. is Halo Infinite, which is a very good single player game and pretty decent multiplayer as well. I haven't played it for ages, but you know, seems that's the way it goes. However, if you want to play it and you want to play it with friends, the co-op update should be along fairly soon in a preview. So it says here on Pure Xbox, Halo Infinite Campaign Network co-op preview goes live July 11th, and it's up to 4 players. And it says here, it's a lengthy blog on Halo Waypoint, so I'm not reading all of that right now. But it says the development team mentioned how co-op crossplay would be fully supported between the new gen, the old gen, PC, and cloud. And the game will swap to 4 players. Each player is taking control of a Master Chief. I wonder if you could have different colors. That'd be pretty cool. Get the old salmon pink one back out.
I do love people with different colours. So
you know you do. And
God, the
all the
rage
games
for
are hosted on dedicated servers. And yeah, it's basically the same as ever used to be. Jump into a fire team, jump into a game, and get me words out this time. In this mode, everyone's progress counts, meaning players pick which saves. Oh fucking hell! Save slot they want their co-op progress to count towards. So basically, rather than like we were talking about Redfall, I think the other week, where only the main host gets progression, here everybody can progress in a certain save slot. So you're not just doing it for love and the money. Yeah. And
They seemed to harp on about that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think because that's quite a big deal. Because obviously, I imagine Lucky and there's a lot of people waiting to play it in co-op. So if they're waiting till this time to play in co-op and then don't actually get any progression, it might be a bit of a kick in the bollocks.
Yeah.
But and they also say when out in the field, there's an area of operation to keep players within the distance of each other. This is the maximum distance: 800 feet warning, 1,000 feet kill radius. Players can stray from one another.
Oh fuck that! Can you imagine?
1,000.
Can you imagine playing with that with Dan? How easily
I'm-
distracted he gets.
I'm not sure how. I mean, there's all well and good saying that length, but how much is that in relation to the size of the world? Obviously, it's a lot bigger than that. But is that like a couple of bases apart? Is that just fucking from here to there? Like, yeah, we'll have
But
to
then
see
you
how.
go
how
with
Would
that
Dan
works.
even use his bullets?
Hey,
It's more his grenades as well. If we get,
you could attack in two groups, couldn't you?
the thing is with that is with this map, it's not like one terrain. You've got like quite a few things where there's a lot of level changes. So 1,000 feet doesn't seem that far.
Yeah, it seems tight, but I suppose it's always been tight. And in something like this, you don't want people complete opposite ends of the map trying to, stress the engine to the max.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you at least get a warning. I know it said you get a warning at 800 feet, but hopefully it's something more than just like a whoop 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 whoop.
Yeah.
So if you want to sign up for the co-op flight, which again, like I said, July the 11th, you've got to sign up to the Halo Insider program and have opted into the network co-op flight program when it goes live. So they're normally pretty easy. Most of the time, it's just a case of ticking a box saying, yes, I'd like to be included in this, please. And yeah, so you get it a bit early, and then the actual co-op is currently scheduled to be released by late August. We'll see what happens with that. Ian, does this float your boat? Are you going to be trying to get into the co-op alpha, beta, whatever it was I just said?
No, I'll probably just wait until it comes fully release. You know me, I'm always too lazy for all that kind of stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. Again, like I say, I do kind of maybe want to play it first. Like I said, I should play it first solo, but part of me just enjoys the co-op journey with someone. Like you probably, to get carried through, not Dan, where I get angry.
Hey, I'm
Competent.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halo's always been
He
more
breathes.
enjoyable, I think, in co-op. Right from the very first game. So I think something like this, like we were saying before, Ross, with like where we play through it, and you sort of, it's a great game to play, but you're like, I just wish I had at least one other person side by side just to smash these outposts and these like.
I mean, the
areas
thing
out.
is, when I played through it, it's got a good story, but I don't think it's that in depth a story that you wouldn't be able to keep on top of it, even playing it in co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody throws Mass Effect at you and goes, right, you're playing it co-op, fuck that. I'm 2 playthroughs before I even consider looking at co-op.
You got about 18 different conversations.
Exactly.
Going on.
Whereas with this, it's like there's a wee bit of backstory in regards to who the enemies are and what happens closer to the end and what happens at the end and things like that. But nothing that's really going to be like, shit, I missed that because I was too busy paying attention to whatever was happening with my co-op team.
So, funny enough, you mentioned that because sometimes the story starts off as you're going into a base, and if you go into an outpost and then maybe go into like a bigger structure, you're potentially having 2 stories. I don't know the distance, but potentially you could have 2 sets of friends having 2 sets of what's going on, what the story is.
But they'll probably implement something like all parties must be in this area to proceed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe
That would
like
be
in
the
a
way
lot
to
of
do it.
games, you get like waiting for partner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll have something like that. So I'm trying to think of a game that had like opening doors. So like one person would be at the door.
Resident Evil 5, wouldn't it?
No,
Shiver, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Shiver, come here.
Shiver.
there was an achievement for that of like synchronized hitting the door at the same time, like Beefy's teaming. Sorry, something like that. You'll have to like somebody will get to the area and they'll be like waiting for a teammate or it'll shout.
Yeah.
I think
Spartan
what they've done
or
in
whatever.
Halo Past, like if you get to like the level exit, for example, before your co-op partner, they just teleport them to you. So it might be a case of that you go into a base and everyone suddenly gets teleported into the same area, and then you've got no choice but to then assault.
Get on with it.
All guns blazing.
Can just see Dan, like we'll be like down here somewhere, he'll be like at the top of this mountain, just up here, and like we're trying to get to the next part, and Dan's like
I'll just be watching. Yeah, I'll be sniping.
staring down,
them
going,
Spartan calls.
Yeah, just sniping. Bang, missed. Bang, missed. Bang, missed. Guys have run out of bullets.
bang, shit, that was Ian.
Ran out of bullets. Don't lie to yourself.
You don't get many in your sniper rifle.
you don't use many, so it's fine.
No,
Just about enough. But they've also got the mission replay feature coming alongside the co-op update, apparently, which is a bizarre thing to be missing so far because you go through the campaign on your own at the minute, and once you've done the mission, that's it. You can't go back and replay it and start the whole game again. So you couldn't go back and try it on a harder difficulty or try and find the collectibles and stuff. Which
some people complain about that with missing missable achievements and stuff.
Missing achievements and missing the skulls and stuff like that. But it's coming again with the update in August, supposedly. Again, it seems like a very stupid thing. Well, not stupid, I suppose it's not fair, but something that is a pretty basic option that
it feels
pretty
like
much every game has. And it's like, no, we didn't. Shit. Wait a year?
yeah, like, that's the thing. Like if I go and play Gears, I can jump back into the last chapter I was in, or any chapter I decide I want to jump into. So it's one of these things where you've got this co-op element and this sort of type of game. The mission replay should just be there from day one.
Yeah, makes sense.
100%.
Yeah, should be. And it said there in the article as well that if you do choose to replay a mission, it will teleport everybody to the start, like we were just saying.
Yeah.
So I imagine if you go into a mission, it'll do the same where everybody just gets teleported together. So that's coming next to July 11th. If you want to sign up on Halo Waypoint now, you can do. Not everybody who signs up gets in, obviously, because it's all part of the testing process. But I think I've signed up to everyone that they've done, and I've got in everyone they've done so far.
So this is the one you're not getting in.
Most probably. What I mean is, the more you do, the more likely is you'll be picked because they tend to offer people like repeat customers, as it were. So go sign up, and hopefully we can play some 4-player co-op Halo before too long.
Oh yeah,
that'd be wonderful. Speaking of 4-player co-op, Arcane welcomes players to Redfall with a new trailer for its open-world vampire FPS game. This is a lovely new trailer where they basically give the history of the town of Redfall and run through the characters in a little more detail than they did in the gameplay trailer. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then there was a big blog on Bethesda, which is here, Bethesda.net, which had an interview with Harvey Smith. And just picking out a few of the things he wanted to sort of touch on is, You decide the kind of hero you want to be. So from Layla's extraordinary telekinetic abilities to Jacob's otherworldly eye, to all the other guys' stuff, I'm not reading all that. Basically, you can customize your characters almost any way you want. Upgrades, different weapons, different abilities, stuff like that. You can team up, go alone. He says if you solo it, it becomes more of a not a stealth game per se, but like a stealth action game. So like Dishonored, you can skulk about and try and find the optimal routes before you go in for the kill. Whereas in co-op, it's probably more of a right, let's fucking charge in and destroy the place. Something
cause carnage.
Yeah, cause absolute carnage. And then the vampires are a bit more than usual vampires. That I think, like in Left 4 Dead, you got your basic enemies, and then you go up to like the big fucking tank motherfuckers who are going to come and wreck your day. And then there's the cultists as well, which we saw in the trailer, who are dedicated to the vampires. So they're going to kill you on sight, but they're also not quite as dangerous as the vampires themselves. So it's all sounding pretty good so far. And then they got like plenty of room to move around and weapons, etc., etc. It's quite a long blog on the Bethesda.net. Like I said, I'm not reading it all out, but it's quite interesting. I read through it earlier on. Ian, does any of that tantalizing information whet your appetite for this wonderful looking co-op shooter?
It does, but also I just want to give us a release day. I hate the whole first half of 2023. Like, give us something more to look forward to. Even if you say Q2 or Q1, at least I know it's going to be more like early 2023 rather than late. If that makes sense. But yeah, for me, that's what I'm kind of wanting more of. Like, I don't want to know too much about it because I want to kind of enjoy the story and kind of pick who I want to be and stuff. But yeah, I think it's still going to be great. I mean, it's still going to be a great fun game. But again, it seems very much a game where it's going to be heavy on co-op. And like they're kind of already kind of putting the disclaimers in, like, don't play this solo, it's going to be shit. Play your co-op.
Yeah, basically, like I said, it sounds like it will be enjoyable enough, but obviously the focus is get a group of friends together and smash shit up.
Yeah, play co-op. Like I say, it's like very nice to put the feelers in to warn you. We did try and warn you.
Yeah. Daniel, does this? I don't know if you're as high on it as the rest of us are. Does this do anything for you? Are you excited to get into the town of Redfall?
Yeah, no, I am looking forward to it. I do enjoy, as much as it's easier to game solo because you don't have to deal with anyone else's time constraints, as you guys know.
Else's time constraints.
Exactly. But I am looking forward to it, and I think it will be, touch wood, very, very good game. And saying all the things how you can customize your character the way you want to, definitely puts the excitement in me.
Dan's going to be rocking.
Wait.
Dan's going to be rocking his character in like this like one-piece latex suit, and that'll be him. Be like, oh yeah,
gag ball. And I'll be shooting down. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I was disappointed it was put back, but
we shall see come hopefully early next year. Ross, I know you're excited for it like we are. Any of that new? Did you have a chance to read it?
Yeah, well, I've just been reading through it there as well. It's just it was just a tiny wee small part that I can't even bother see the part that was just reading it. Yeah, so it was talking about Redfall as in what the town is before what happened. Obviously, in the story, and they're saying it was a bustling little place. It had like fairgrounds. It was on the sea and stuff like that. And then when you read a wee bit further down, it says like the vampires have pushed the water away from the island, so they've made it so. Is there no something to do with vampire lore that vampires can't cross running water or something? Sure, in Supernatural or something like that. It comes and goes that. So they've got rid of all the water, and then they've blocked out the sun. However, they've managed to do that as well. So it's just tiny wee bit about that has given you a wee bit more about the story or what to expect in Redfall, and just having wee bits and pieces like that, and wee snippets, has ramped up a wee bit more. And then obviously it gives you like a brief idea of what the characters are. So I think Jay, you had said you were interested in the one with telekinetic abilities.
Yeah, that's the Layla girl, I think.
Layla, yeah. And then I think the one that's caught my eye the most was the sharpshooter with like the funky fucking eye. And then it tells you Jacob.
Where's he gone? Jacob Boyer.
And then you've got Remy De La Rosa, who's combat engineer with robots, and then Devinder Crossley.
Yeah.
And he makes up his own weapons. So just having that wee bit about the characters is like, oh, that's quite cool. Then you can have an idea who you want to go with before the game even starts.
Where are you going with?
Jacob, probably. Sniper with, I'm presuming this eye allows you to see through see through buildings, see what people are in, things like that, and find weak points and stuff.
Hiding away from the battle, you mean, is what you're essentially getting at.
Cover and support for everybody having to go. Dan's over the corner, he's on the floor, he's down again. I'll keep an eye on where he is.
He'd be hiding on a mountain in Halo sniping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Ian? Any of those characters you're going to look to start off with?
Oh, I don't know. I'm torn between Layla or is the one of the robot.
Remy,
that's it.
They have said as well you can double up on characters as well. So effectively, we could all play as Layla, or all play as Remy, or Jake.
You know that's not allowed in me.
No,
I know. Ian
you can't do that shit.
Ian will lose his shit, but imagine just having everyone with telekinetic abilities launching shit all over the place. Yes, please.
You ruin the game when you start pulling that.
Me, definitely Layla as well. I'm not really one for what's his name? Devinder Krause, like the one with the inventor with his own route. I don't know why it never really grabbed me in games, but yeah, something like Layla or maybe Remy. I could perhaps go with that. Daniel, you're the only one. Tell us all about the character you would choose.
Well,
he could be Devinder.
I was going to say, kind of left with Devinder, aren't I? Really, essentially. That interests me. That you can potentially your own creation of weapons. As long as I can put a scope on something and have an assault rifle, I am not fussed.
You're not better with a pistol.
Let's be honest. I'm better at being at the front, taking all the vampires, let them. Yeah,
covering our ass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Showing us the way.
Showing them where to go while you guys can mop it up.
Yeah, nice. Well, it sounds like we got our squad there. We get Graham involved as well. Obviously, it's only 4-player co-op, but I'm sure we can mix up the team somewhat, somehow, and some way. But yeah, look forward to that next year, obviously. And speaking of games from Bethesda, and probably not next year, I wouldn't have thought, but you never know, one day in the near decade, Bethesda apparently offered jobs to developers behind the Fallout London mod. So Ross, I'm not all that interested in this, so take it away.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of mixed messages about this. People saying it's like bad that big bad Bethesda are coming in and taking all these people and it's going to stop production of these mods that people are making and how they've done a better job than Bethesda's done and things like that. Or the better way to look at it, Bethesda are seeing how amazing these mods are and going, shit, Fallout 5, we need to get these guys on board and make it fucking incredible and use what these guys are bringing to the table in our next game. Because all I've seen for this Fallout London is it looks better than 4, hands down, in nearly every aspect.
The stills look amazing.
The stills are amazing.
Oh yeah, they do.
The
look
video,
so
like
good.
the announcement trailer for it as well. Like if you get a chance to watch that, it's fucking incredible. And it's like, obviously we've been talking about what would they do with the next Fallout, and we've said about bringing it to a different country. This is primarily the reason behind my logic between how it would be brilliant to bring it to the UK or even one of the other countries in Europe. Because if this is what, albeit a talented but very small group of people can do, imagine they had the full backing of Microsoft with a new partnership, Bethesda, fucking even if they bring in Obsidian, ZeniMax, fucking just that whole conglomerate together. But
It would be amazing.
Bring it to something that's completely different to what we're used to with Fallout. Obviously, 76 was completely different to what we're used to Fallout, but completely different area, different story. Because it would be a different story. Like you're not thinking about the Brotherhood of Steel, the Enclave. You're going back. You're going to be dealing with completely new entities from things that were established in the UK or France, Germany, wherever it may be set up. You're not going to be dealing with the usual parties that are involved, so it adds a whole new layer to what the Fallout lore would be.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, as I say, I'm not interested. I would be more interested, I think, if they did bring a London variant to it, because as we said, I think a few weeks ago, obviously we're all from the British Isles.
Stay there.
Yeah. I caught myself, and it always makes it more interesting when it's closer to home, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all well and good having these big fancy American places and whatever, but yeah, something nearer to home.
Yeah.
Because there's no other feasible reason that a Scot would want to see a nuke dropped on Parliament.
Let's
None whatsoever.
Oh, I see now why he's so interested in Fallout London.
But obviously, as I said the other week, Starfield's out, then it's Elder Scrolls 6, then it's Fallout 5.
Big
So
Boris Johnson super mutant.
I mean, it's not far from real, is it?
It's true.
Yeah, so we got at least a decade before we see Fallout 5. So perhaps they will just turn it into a full-fledged Fallout London as Fallout 5 maybe, or they'll have several areas and London will be part of it, or perhaps they'll just use their talents and just go for it.
Just take what this DLC's done and make it like New Vegas.
What's that?
Exactly.
So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in between 4 and 5, and
Yes,
it's
that's
just
not bad.
all the groundwork's there for the development team that have done London, and then just put it out with the Bethesda seal of approval with all the bits that Bethesda can throw money at it for, and there you go. 2.5 years down the line, we've got another Fallout game.
Not a bad shout, and that's a good way of getting in between Starfield and Elder Scrolls, because they're going to be a long wait between them as well. Is this? I was trying to read the article while you're talking. Is this based a mod for Fallout 4 or 3, or is it just a standalone? It's Fallout 4.
It's built on the Fallout 4 engine.
Okay.
So it's basically a DLC for. There was another one that they did for. Now, was it 4 or was it 3? And was it Fallout Miami, Fallout Florida? So they've had something like this, but I'm going to go.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Basically,
Yeah,
they had another one. Fallout Miami it was, and it was a brand new world based in Fallout 4, and they took it very much like what we had said about different parts of the US that they maybe could still explore. So, like, if you click in it, one of the pictures, for example, is new types of wildlife, and it's like mutated flamingos. Because it's just wee bits and pieces like that, and then it shows you like right down on Miami Beach, but all of the beach is ash because of the fallout and stuff like that. The water's all polluted. It shows you like different parts of Miami. So you've got like Key West, Florida, the actual Miami Beach type of area. So they've done something like this before for Fallout 4, but this is just a bigger, and I think it's a more well-developed version, because Miami's been in production since 2018 and it's still not came out, whereas the London one seems like it's gotten a lot more back in, and it seems to be a lot further down the line. So they've done something like this before, but not to this scale.
makes sense.
Yeah, so like you said, if they could pick it up, put it out as a official supported release, I think, chuck it in Game Pass naturally.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, maybe we'll see something along those lines. But yeah, it's good for them for putting in the hard work and getting something out of it at least. Obviously, it wasn't everybody, but the people they've hired is they're onwards and upwards, as it were.
Good lads.
Nice, well done, everybody.
There you
That's. I think that'll do us for the news. There's one other one. Basically, I'm not going to go into it, but don't be a cunt. That's all you got to say. Don't be a cunt. If you're waiting for a game to come out, just wait. There's no need to be doing some of the stuff some of you idiots are doing. So just don't be it. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, we all want the games to come out, don't we? But sometimes
There's plenty of stuff to play in the meantime.
Was this? I'm not wanting to dive into the story because of the tangent. Is this whole thing about people trying to predict the launch of Ragnarok and then slating the fact that nobody's heard anything about it? And
it was that, but there was also one of the women working there. We're getting into it slightly now. I forgot her name. She works at Santa Monica Studio, and some lovely gentlemen on the internet. You'll never believe it was gentlemen on the internet.
Shock horror.
We're sending her dick pics.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Trying to get the release date out of her, and she said, "Why would that make me?" And then obviously Corey Barlog and Phil Spencer and loads of other people come out and said, "What the fuck are you doing? Just wait like a normal person." So we're not going to go any further than that because these people don't deserve fucking time. But yeah,
Don't be
a cunt.
cunts.
Just don't be a cunt. Just wait. There's plenty of games to play in the meantime. And speaking of games that we have been playing, Ross, why don't you plug me?
What that was?
I was wondering where you
I was
were going
doing-
there. I was like, shit, has he
I was
changed
doing-
the order of the show?
I was
You were doing
so
so
well
well.
with the segues, and then those people started getting me rolled up. It threw me right off. Right, Ross.
Yeah,
That's
see,
all
no,
the news that's
no,
fit to-
I
fit
don't
to
even
read out
feel
this
in the
week.
mood for it there. You fucking
know?
ruined it.
So if you want to be a decent human being on the internet, you can listen to Ross, and he can tell you all about all the good things that Xbox Tavern do, including.
So, I'll start at the bottom, work our way up this time. Switch up a wee bit.
Right.
Discord, link in the show notes. It's a bit quiet, but it will handy feature. Anything we put on our Twitter, we've got a wee feed in there, so you'll always keep up to date with everything that we post up on the Twitters. Speaking of Twitter, social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Xbox Tavern. Reviews, you will find them up on youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official, as well as seeing all of our lovely faces at 8 p.m.
Ish.
Thank you. Every Sunday night. Written reviews as well up on xboxtavern.com. Podcast apps, so Apple, Spotify, wherever else you choose to listen. 5 stars on Apple if you would be ever so kind. It would be appreciated.
And Spotify.
More people that rate us and review us 5 star, more people that see us, bigger we grow, better content. And where else? Spreadshirt. Forgot Daniel's got his bears up, I see. Yes. Dan has put his own little custom logo for his chocolate bear, so if you want to rock the Dan merch, you can pick that up on spreadshirt.com/Xbox Tavern. And last but not least, if you have followed us everywhere else and pledged your support that way, feel free to jump over to Patreon and you can sponsor us with your hard-earned money at patreon.com/Xbox Tavern. Shout out to our superstar supporter, Beth. Thank you very much for your monthly contribution. And that is our plugs for the week.
Thank you very much. I do want to give one other quick plug, Ross, if you don't mind.
Oh, fire in. Can never have enough plugs.
You can get enough plugs for the Sunday evening with Insert Coin, our good friends at Insert Coin. Still got the promo code going, I do believe. Xbox Tavern 22 for 20% off for the entirety of 2022. Ian, we've got a lovely bit of merch on here. So is Daniel. So is Ian. Ooh. And the main reason we haven't spoken about it for a while, but you get 20% off, like I said, and they've got a sale on at the minute. So I just picked up some Mass Effect goodies and a few pins and a few bits and pieces, and they're all wonderful. So I just wanted to give them a quick shout out because it's been a while, and you should go and buy something from them and use Xbox Tavern 22 for 20% off for the entirety of 2022.
What did you get?
I got the Mass Effect jogging bottoms, Mass Effect beanie because I haven't got enough beanie hats, and I very nearly bought this Skyrim like jacket, like polyester jacket with like the symbols up the arms, but I don't know, not really my style for that sort of jacket. But
did you use the code on the sale items? Did that work?
I've already used it, so I can't use it again, but I do believe you can use it on there.
It does work, yes.
Would you wish to?
Yeah, it does work. I tried it.
Yeah, so go check it out.
Damn, do I go buy some stuff now?
Yes, you do.
And you also get coins when you purchase. You get X amount of coins, which then basically lottery points, which you can then put back into future purchases.
I like that
which
feature.
I also used. Yeah, it's decent. That basically gave me free shipping when I ordered the stuff yesterday, so that will be with me shortly, hopefully. I just want to add that one in there before we carry on with the show. Thank you very much. Cheers, Ross, for plugging us as usual.
You're welcome.
You do a wonderful job of it. You make me happy every week.
I do take a lot of pleasure in plugging these.
I'd like to plug you one day.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps you can plug us one weekend.
EGX.
Anyway, right. Let's get on with the show, shall we? So it's time for our topic of the week, which is question of the week. I always do this bit wrong. Which is, as it has been for the last several weeks, Xbox Game of the Years throughout the years. So we've been going since the Xbox launch, picking our game of each year, each week, and this week we're up to 2009. And I had a whacking great list of games I could have picked for this.
It was a ridiculously big list this week.
I was a bit concerned because I got to about August and I was like, "There's only been one or two," and then I got the last few months. I was like, "Oh yeah, that one." So if it's like change it up, I'm going to go first if you don't mind. Just get mine out of the way, and then I can let you guys talk because I can. Fuck you, why not?
So go for it.
So I have picked out of the Whacking Great list that we had Trials HD, which was the game that got me into the Trials series. It was, I think there was a Flash version, was it right on Newgrounds or something first?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
But this was the one that came to console, and it immediately grabbed me because I love those sort of physicsy, puzzly platform type things, and trying to get the hang of using the bikes and getting up the ramps and doing the flips and clambering up the obstacles and stuff. I just absolutely adored it. It starts off really easy, obviously, and by the time you got to the last level, trying to get the platinum medal on them is like a superhuman feat. I think I only missed maybe 4 or 5 of the final levels on platinum because they were just ridiculously hard. But I absolutely adored that game. I played it so much, and I had a friend, shout out Tessa, we used to work with him, and me and him would have competitions. So we'd go home after work in an evening, and it wasn't online multiplayer, but you could see each other's leaderboards, and at the top of the screen you had like a tracker of where they were on the map, like according to their ghost time. And so you'd be racing along, and yours would be sort of neck and neck with their timer, and you get a decent jump, and you suddenly shoot ahead. You're like, "I've done it!" And then all of a sudden they shoot past you because they found another route. You're like, "No, you son of a bitch!" And yeah, the amount of back and forth we had trying to just one up each other by like 0.4 of a second, or the fraction the amount of time. And yeah, I fucking loved the physics nature of it, and the levels that were just easy. But then if you really wanted to master them, you had to really get that sort of fine tune with the throttle and stuff.
I still love the Trials games. I still think they're brilliant to play. They're like the ragdoll physics behind them.
Yeah. It's brilliant. They're so clever, and they've got a bit big. Oh no, that's maybe not right, but they've gone a bit overboard with it. I think in the minute, the last couple I've enjoyed, but not nowhere near as much as I enjoyed that first one. And I love making my own levels as well. I've absolutely adored playing them and building things for him to play. Like you couldn't share them, I don't think, publicly, but you could share them with your friends. And yeah, I absolutely love that game. Tremendous time on Xbox Live Arcade. What a great, fantastic game. And a couple of quick shout outs before I pass it over. It was Dragon Age Origins, which we spoke about the other week, I think. Fucking brilliant game. Absolutely love that game. And Halo ODST, which is Graham's favourite Halo ever. Right, Ian, tell me about your favourite video game from 2009, please.
It has to be not Halo ODST. This one. Graham's not here to bully him on that, so it's no fun.
I thought you were going to try and defend Halo ODST, or not defend it, but you know what I mean. Give a shout out to.
Again, like I said, there could be a couple of shout outs that you could easily give this year because there's so many. So I'm going to steal a couple before the others say it. So, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh, you bastard! Well, what one are you? No, what one are you going for your main one? Don't hog all of them.
Okay, I'll go to the main one then before I can be bullied out the other ones.
Bullied? All got to play fair, Ian.
I got to play fair. Well, you stole mine last time, so fuck you.
Yeah, it's because you went on the fucking show.
Well, fuck you.
That kind of defeats the purpose that we won't talk about that.
We're supposed to be being nice to each other, damn it.
We won't talk about that game because, Ian's not here, but fuck it. Nobody else can have it.
Yeah. You could have gone Ian picked this one. No, okay.
You could have, but...
My one is going to be the Saboteur.
Ah.
I want to double check though. It is 2009. Yeah, 2009.
I'll let you clarify.
A slightly different take. Not one I expected anybody to pick, to be honest.
Yeah, so it was weird because it was like a open world action adventure, kind of similar to the kind of Grand Theft Auto franchise, but it was more in Nazis Germany.
That'd be a good place for GTA, wouldn't it? Nazi Germany based GTA. Anyway, Carol.
Yeah. So you play a character called Sean. He's is he Irish? Wasn't he? You said.
I do believe he was Irish.
Yeah. And basically, he's trying to, take over Germany and stop the Nazis from being Nazis.
I seem to remember his Irish accent was pretty poor, but the game was quite well received, I think. Yeah,
it was weird because obviously a lot of it was in black and white, and then when you kind of, liberate areas, it all comes into colour. And that was kind of the cool little gimmicky kind of thing of it all. I just remember that, and I remember playing it quite a lot from when it first came out to 1000G in it. Naturally. So yeah, I think for me that's definitely my pick. It was lots of fun. Did anyone else play it?
It's weird the colour style where some of it, the main part of the game is black and white, but the lights are yellow, the gunshots are lit up and things like that. Yeah,
it does. It's weird, yeah. And like I say, when because obviously you got to take over areas, but Just Cause kind of style thing where you kind of destroy bases, and once you do that, it all comes into colour.
A bit like that comic book film, which I can't think.
Sensei.
Yeah,
It's in-
it's got that kind of nice black and white, and then there's just touches of color here, there, and everywhere. It's a really cool contrast.
yeah, brilliant game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Couldn't fault it. And when I first played it, so yeah, for me, that's going to be my pick.
Nice. Yeah, I think I played a demo or something, and it was all right, but I never got any further than that, as usual.
And my other pick, which I would pick, but I can't talk about too much, would be COD Modern Warfare 2. Mainly just purely for the multiplayer and how it kind of overtook the internet, and basically everyone's mum was the most elusive woman on the planet.
Those Modern Warfare lobby days were something of legend. But
That's what I mean. I was peak there when I was playing, and sometimes you just laugh them out of passive aggressive, angry people you get, and just hilarious. Especially when you kind of start getting good at the game as well, and people like proper abuse you, like, "Fuck you, nutty! Fuck you!" Like, whoa!
Chill out. I'm gonna
How
go
did
look
you
for you
kill
now
me?
and shoot you.
I was like, "How do you come with that grenade?" I always throw random grenades. That's my thing. So yeah, every now and again.
those days were fucking tremendous. Nice.
So
Cool.
yeah,
Nice. So yeah, go play the Saboteur, everybody. Is it backwards compatibility? I'm not sure.
I don't think it is. Which is sad. Let me have a quick look. I don't
You have a
think
look.
it
You have a
is.
look while Daniel regales us with his choice.
So I have gone for my one, Batman Arkham Asylum. I think for me, just the way, I think at the time the combat was, I don't want to say revolutionary, but it was something new to kind of start attacking one guy, to use him to spin, to jump off to the next character, to then start battering the absolute bejesus out of them, to then spin again onto the next one, and so on and so forth.
It sounds so dirty.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It sounds so
Dan
bad.
loves bouncing from one man to the other.
Of course, especially when you
Beating
roll
it
over
off.
the back.
That's his hot take of the game. I love the game so much.
Yeah.
I can jump on one man
And then jump on the
another
next. You're
and
so
another man.
disgusting. But no, that combat system was, like as I said, it was revolutionary, and it was very much
The
kind of
fluidness.
synonymous, and synonymous with Batman and the Batman games because of how fluid and how great it was.
It was
And
the
then
first game that had that style, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was the first one that started it all off. And then you throw in those kind of elements of where you're just in a room, and then you go into the detective mode as you're kind of sitting on top of one of the sculptures, as you're just kind of scanning the room and checking out how many bad guys there are as they start kind of either going red or popping up on the map.
Yeah,
and
being
then
all
kind of-
stealthy.
Yeah, and being stealthy, which I hated being stealthy, but the way they kind of integrated it into the Batman world and it being detective-esque, it was really cool. And then obviously at the end where friggin' the Joker turns into
Spoilers.
this mass
Spoilers,
huge,
yeah.
the game's dead old tough shit, turns into the Incredible Hulk. It's just amazing.
It's a shame all other ones were shelved, right?
It's,
We can worry about them when we get
Yeah.
to them years. But
didn't live up to my
yeah,
expectations.
I
was
think
the-
I am. I played this. I'm not a Batman fan at all, but I think Graham bought it for me for my birthday when it came out, and I played. I fucking loved it. What a brilliant game!
really
Yeah.
good.
As you said, like the detective mode, but mainly the combat, just going through, getting the counters, fucking flinging from one man to the other, as they say.
Yeah.
Fucking tremendous. What a
And I
great
think
game.
you could also, can you shoot them up and you'd kind of string them up and they'd like
Yeah.
fly
Yeah, you
up
can
and hang
attach them. Yeah,
So if
or
you were
can
on
do
the
traps.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so good.
gargoyles. You just go down, pick them up, and they.
Yeah, and then they had that kind of Metal Gear Solid thing where the head did, where they get like, where's he gone? What was that sound? But yeah, just, oh my God.
Any
Tremendous.
others, Dan?
Any
And,
honourable mentions?
Honorable mention, Left 4 Dead 2.
Fucking-
Left 4 Dead was
Right.
awesome.
I'm
Left
leaving
4
the
Dead
podcast.
2.
I'm out.
What?
I
So,
tried to
okay.
press the button. I don't want to. Ross will kill me if I press the video.
Well, yeah,
button.
all the boxes would go the wrong way. Left 4 Dead 2 wasn't Left 4 Dead 1 that was better for me, but in that time, Left 4 Dead 2 again had multiple hours, multiple fun. It was
Fun is
more
not
of
the
the
word
same.
I use for Left 4 Dead.
Ian,
Oh,
stop
no.
talking. You're talking
I was going to
ridiculous.
say it was tremendous. It took everything Left 4 Dead did and just upped the ante.
It was
to-
fucking
completely.
brilliant.
And it was. I much preferred the cast of characters from the first.
Where's
one.
Graham when you need him? At least he'll
But
back me
the,
up.
the gameplay and they eventually put Left 4 Dead 1 into Left 4 Dead 2, didn't they? So you could basically
Yes.
play all of it under one game.
I believe so. I think I jumped off the thing by then, but yeah, it was just amazing. Again, and it was Left 4 Dead 1 was revolutionary, and to have Left 4 Dead 2 and kind of the fingers, I always remember the box art where it had the hand and the missing fit. Yeah. Just yeah. Loved
tremendous game. What a tremendous game. Hard as shit. I don't think I cleared all the levels by the time they'd added all the DLC and stuff in, but a fucking brilliant game.
Yeah, I think I did 1, but I never did 2. 2 was a lot harder.
Yeah.
A lot harder.
Yeah, great game. Ross, actually, before you carry on, is it on backwards compatibility, Ross? Ian?
No.
Okay. So
Saboteur is not, unfortunately.
Hunt down a 360, play some Saboteur, and then you can hear what Ross is going to tell you all about now.
I'm tempted just to piss you off, Stu. Like, I was going to say Hawks, because like that was the rest of the games that I've said have been taken up. I had Arkham Asylum, obviously. The best Resident Evil, Resident 5.
Oh, do you know what? I put that on my list, and I was like, why did I put that on my list? Let's just take that off. No.
I'm going to talk briefly about this one, just because I think it's an underrated as fuck game. And it was Tom Clancy's Hawks.
That's well, yeah, I know what it is, but
yeah. I was like, so do you not know about this game?
It's a flying game.
It's a flying game, but it's a fucking fantastic flying game. So not flying game like Microsoft Flight Simulator, where you're just
flying game like Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Exactly. Brilliant story. Really liked how they had Hawks, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2 and End War were all tied into like the same sort of world, and the events that happened in one were also happening in the other two. So it was quite good with that. Basically, you are a ex-US fighter, part of the Hawks unit, which was a experimental type flying group. Gets discontinued, nobody wants to fund it. You then get picked up by private military. Private military have got a wee bit sketchy history. They decide they want to invade Brazil. People are like, what the fuck, why are we trying to invade Brazil? Then they decide that was just a little bit of a black ploy to try and get in and invade the US. So they try to get you to bomb the White House and kill the president. You then rebel, and then the events that are happening in the war for the US are the ones that are spread out through the 3 games. So they all sort of interlink with the different units that are based in those 3 games. Beautiful looking game. They actually used I don't know how you describe it. It's like Google Earth. So they used that to scan the landscapes. So you had pretty much perfect topography. So as you were flying through, it looked how it was meant to look. So stunning looking game. Cruising through like the cities of like Rio and big Eurofighter jets or Typhoon jets. Amazing. The multiplayer aspect, it was fun as well. But the actual game that I've gone for the best game of 2009 was the story of Ezio Auditore De Firenze.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Assassin's Creed 2, still the best one in the series.
Now that is something I can get behind.
Oh,
Yeah. I was going to put that down, then I saw somebody had it down as thought.
just
I won't put too many games down, otherwise I get told off.
for somebody who's been to the part of Italy that this is set in, just so fucking. I just loved every aspect of this game. The character Ezio is the best assassin by a mile. The storyline of it with the Borgias, the places you go in with between your base and Monteriggioni with the Ezio home, the way that they do Florence, Venice, then you end up in Rome at the end of it. It's just Italy being one of my favourite countries in the world. The way that they've captured it is amazing. The remake that they tried to bring into it doesn't do it justice because it was full of wee gremlins and horrible messes, which you should come to expect with Ubisoft.
Is that part of the Brotherhood collection or whatever?
No, it was the Ezio collection. So it
Ezio
was
collection, sorry.
What happened?
it was 2 Brotherhood and Revelations were all of those ones, but it was just like, do you remember the issues that they had with was it the one in London or the one in France? And basically, like, the face wasn't there. Like, the eyes were there, the mouth was there.
Yeah.
So like it was similar issues to that. It just
Unity was
Unity was the one that was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was made to be like an upspuff and make it look nicer and run smoother, but it was shit. It didn't do it a service for the game that we all sort of love about it. With the exception of having to collect feathers. Traumatized by those fucking feathers.
Wasn't it like one of them had like little like capes as well you had to collect as well?
I know there's all different stupid ones. Like I know in Black Flag you need to run and chase sea shanties. So the bits of paper flying through the air. But it's not just like it's in this one static place, so you have to climb a building and pick it up. You go close to it and then it moves. And you have to traverse across buildings to catch it. Like, who the fuck thought that was a great side?
Yeah.
Well, you got to do that
sounds
in
like lots of fun.
Valhalla as well.
Yeah, to get the fucking tattoos.
Fuck that.
Aye.
Hang on. We're getting too far ahead now. Carry on.
Sorry.
That's Creed.
I'll never play Black Flag because we've got fucking boats.
It has got boats and it's got a shit ton of water and it's neither of the two yous would love that.
Not for me.
Not for me. Fuck boats.
Considering one of the main parts of it is actually big sea battles as well. So you go up against legendary like I can't think of a legendary ship, but imagine like the Black Peril, like the Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's got like this big dramatic cutscene where it's like sprawling across the waves and it appears and you've got to go and hunt it down.
Anyway, Ezio.
Ezio. Sorry. See, that's what happens when you bring up Assassin's Creed.
You brought it up.
Shut up. But no, that's my 2009 game of the year. The best Assassin's Creed game ever made.
I will add on to your discussion on it. I bought the first one. I think I mentioned before. I got roped into buying the one with the special statue and stuff, and I did not like it at all. I got halfway, I gave up. Assassin's Creed 2 came out and did the exact same thing again and bought it straight away. I was like, yeah, no problem. Fucking loved it. What a game.
In fairness, I agree.
Game.
I didn't like... I've completed the first one, but I didn't like the first one anywhere near as good as the second one. Third one, when you talk about it, is Ezio, not Assassin's Creed 3. All the Ezio ones were brilliant.
Yeah, that's the only trilogy, the only Assassin's Creed games I've played to completion that I fucking loved. I did finish the first one eventually, and it was all right. And I finished Unity and most of Syndicate and didn't like any of them. Yeah,
Odyssey was
Ezio trilogy was fucking tremendous.
Odyssey, I'm still playing Odyssey and I'm fucking 100 hours in it.
That's something I did Odyssey and I was like, have I finished this game? I was like, oh, no, got to do this. It's like, oh, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm out.
I mean, like, I'm doing the DLC.
Found my sister, I'm done. That's it.
I'm doing the DLCs for it. And it's like, this is fucking ridiculous. There's no end in sight. Yeah, I've heard it as well. There's no fucking end in sight to where this game's finishing.
That's what I mean. I was like, I'm done now. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try Origins though, but
well, I had skipped
on Game Pass.
Well, hence my jumping in it, and I'm biased because I love the pirate theme, but I would probably say Bayek as an assassin is top 3. So definitely, if you get a chance, jump into Origins.
Yes.
Have you tried Valhalla or not?
Yeah, I've played every Assassin's Creed. I've completed every Assassin's Creed game.
See, Valhalla puts me off. The cover has boats in there. I'm like, I'm alright.
You don't have. You kind of have to do a wee bit of boats just to get.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah, you have
Why
to
do games love boats?
I still think we need to pick Sea of Thieves as our Project Game Pass one month, just to me.
Just so you and Ian can fucking melt down.
I'm ill. Ian, coming on. Oh, sorry.
I forgot to download it. Oh, it's cloud enabled. Oh, my Xbox has died.
Yes. I got
so what's that? What's that do? Internet is out. Is it? Oh, yeah.
Or you could just sit there on the camera like that. Just looking at the same. There, you're still there.
I threw the modem out of the window. I can't play it. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So yeah, so quick roundup then. Trials HD, Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know if I'm putting it the right way here.
You're not.
Saboteur and
Batman.
Arkham Asylum. So yeah, some great games. If you got picks, hit us up in the comments or on Twitter at Xbox Tavern. And I'll try. I forgot to put the tweet out this week, but I'll put a tweet out earlier next week for 2010 when we'll pick some games for that year. I haven't looked at the list again. I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I'm sure there's going to be a fair few decent games to choose from once again. So should we bring ourselves back to the present day? We can time travel.
Do it.
I love how we see bring it back to the present day and somebody's played Sonic.
Well, I mean, it's just, it's modern. This Sonic, but let's talk about our Project Game Pass game first, shall we? So this is the part of the show where we talk about a game from Game Pass. Every month we pick, we play, we talk about it, we rate at the end of the month, etc., etc. We're breaking the rules ever so slightly this month because Fall Guys come out, and we were very excited to play Fall Guys, so we've been playing that instead. Ross, Daniel, Ian, we played. Yeah, Ian allowed it. We played some Fall Guys on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever that was. I can't remember what we decided.
Wednesday.
We all decided Wednesday. You're still on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're still the man. It was fucking Tuesday.
We had a tremendous time, I thought.
Oh, so fucking good.
We got a win thanks to Ross. We got a few shitty losses thanks to everyone else. And yeah, we had a great time. Daniel, thoughts so far?
Yeah, I love it. I also jumped into the Halo event, which...
We're not talking about your gameplay, Dan. We're talking about our gameplay.
But the game in general is lots of fun. It does what it's human full flat type physics. As you're running.
Everyone knows
through.
what Fall Guys is. It's just have fun.
You don't have to explain what Fall Guys.
Yes, I've enjoyed it. I've had lots of fun. I've even gone into the Halo event playing that.
Yes, which I was playing earlier on as well, actually, because it's quite fun. I didn't realize quite what it was. But
have you got the Spartan stuff yet, Dan?
I've got 2 of the floating Spartan heads in 2 of the maps.
Have you also noticed that you can get a Fallout Guy's bean to use in Master Chief Collection? So you can have Master Chief with a Fall Guys bean backpack for in game.
I think I've seen that.
We're going to gloss over the fact that you just called it Fallout Guys as well, because
did I?
Yeah, it's got on the brain. Yeah, the Halo event's pretty cool, but I played a couple of games earlier on, got to the finals every time. Did I win? Fuck no.
Did you?
But I had a great time. Ian?
Yeah, really.
Enjoying it so far? Did you enjoy our time on Tuesday?
Well, I'd say Fall Guys is like, human full fat physics.
This little known indie game. I don't know if you've heard about it. It didn't have 20 million players.
Yeah, I had so much fun with it tonight. Like I say, it's definitely one of those games you have to play with people. Like, I've tried a few on my own. I was like, okay, I've had a few games. That's what I'm kind of done, because I kind of need that banter and that arguing. I say even when we did a few rounds by accident of solos.
The solos. Even the solos was good shit.
I enjoyed the solos
so
just to see which one of us could get
who would get further. And
that was quite good and interesting.
And I think we enjoyed it because... Well, we must have enjoyed it because I think Daniel said at 10 o'clock, last game, lads. And then at 11:15, we were still playing.
Yes, true.
Exactly, yeah.
I think what happened, it was basically last game, lads. And then we started and it was like, go out in the first round. No, we can't end on that.
No.
We started another one. And then we got so close to the final and went, man, we're really close, man. We can't end on that. And then we won. And then we go to the final. I was like,
yeah, we've dropped there's on the channel now, there's the short of us winning.
Yes.
And at the time, I thought the volume was frigging absolutely, like, it was unbearable. We were screaming, shouting,
like I didn't get any complaints from the hotel. We were like, what the fuck are you doing?
The sheer joy when that fucking... Because Jay was like, Ross has done it. And I was like, no, I don't know if I have. And then I seen the wee victory crown pop up. And I was like...
Even my son was like, "Your daddy, you're having too much fun." I was like, sorry. Whoops. Yeah, absolutely loved it. I think it was really good. Like I say, I don't think I'll delve in on my own.
Yeah.
But when somewhere where one person or 2 people around, like some duos or teams and stuff, I'll definitely be playing.
It was an absolutely great laugh on Wednesday with everything to do. Just between the actual getting the win was fantastic. Watching some of the stupid shit that all of us were doing, it was just fucking unreal. The heartbreak of both me and Ian getting to another final and missing it by like that.
Oh dear!
It was
fantastic game. So we're gonna play some more hopefully this week. I think we might have to swap Graham in for someone.
Well, Dan's likely. Dan's had a week of game, and that's how he's
I think
banned.
he said he was out, but we'll figure something out because it'd be great to get some more people in. And as I think one of you said, we can do custom lobbies, so maybe we can get some of the other guys.
So I think it's a minimum 10 people to do a custom lobby. So
you can have a maximum of. Oh, I heard it today. I heard it on another podcast. I think there's like 50.
There's other podcasts?
I was going to say, there's no other podcasts.
Also, where are we going to get maximum 50 people? We talk about minimum.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're always going to
Dan's got 50 people. I got all these friends.
You've got to aim for the stars.
Aim for the stars. Put it on Twitter. Right, Twitter fam. Twitter fam.
Yeah.
as the
It's
kids
aim
say.
for the moon, Daniel, because even if you miss, you'll still land amongst the stars. Fuck's sake, get it right, man.
No, see, I would go for the stars and I'll soar with the birds.
Right, let's move on from that. Anyway, let's talk about other games you're playing.
What?
Before Daniel gets a boost. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Rost.
What the fuck?
Tell me
Yeah.
about
Baby.
House Flipper.
I'll tell you about this fucking.
Flip someone off in a minute.
Yeah, Dan needs flipped off. That's what it fucking is. So it's
Oh, weird.
Oh, this went off the fucking rails well quick. Right,
It's-
Ross,
it's-
House Flipper.
it's one of these wee simplistic games that I quite like. It's like you take the core aspect of The Sims, so it's a house type of building game, but you actually have to go in and you're basically a handyman.
Like who you've been full flat onto.
Yeah, that small indie game. So basically, you start off and you're basically trying to work to make your house better. So you have to go out and renovate other people's houses. But it's not as simplistic as just like some of the things you see in the trailer where you're basically just fixing it up. You can fix the house up and then leave the job, or you can fix the house up and go, actually, I think if you've done this over here with this over there and that and there, you get bonus money. And then you get more job recommendations because you've done such a good job. So it's like word of mouth type idea. And you go around and you basically, sounds really fucking boring and stupid, but it's a great game.
I'm dozing off as you're talking, but carry on.
So you go around and like you'll get like your job notification for a day, and like you open it up and you'll say, get rid of all the rubbish, fix the windows and replace the radiator. So you go in and you replace that and do that, and you get paid for the day, and that's you done your hard work. And it's like, we've just renovated and our garage is looking a mess. Clean the garage, clean the window, and put the tools away. So you go in and do that. But then you go into the next house and it's like, we've given you a budget of this amount of money. Please renovate the house as you would like it. And then it becomes like The Sims, because you go, oh, I've got all this money and I get to pick all the furniture and all the colours and everything like that. So it becomes Sim-esque. There was another game that we got a code for Steam, and it was a similar idea where you had to physically build a house from scratch, but you had to go and salvage all the different materials to build the house. I can't remember what it was, but it was a very similar ilk to this. It's fucking brilliant. Playing it on Xbox PC Game Pass, but it's on console Game Pass as well. But it's one of these type of games that it works better on PC because you've got your keyboard prompts that you can just click things to like snap places, quick actions and stuff like that, and it works a lot smoother with a mouse. But no, it's just a great wee simple title, passes 15-20 minutes worth of gaming, easy achievements, Ian, if you ever fancy that. And it's just, yeah.
No, it's just start twinkling.
Yeah,
And now I was like, oh,
but it's just, it's
Nani?
simplistic, it's a good laugh. It runs really smooth, so it runs at a constant 60 FPS, so it's a quite nice looking game, fluid looking game. You see you've got like, in the trailer, you've got to like fix all the electrics, clean out bugs, infestations, decorate, clean up. Just, I can't make it sound interesting.
Is there any form of co-op where you can work together to repair
Not that
a
I've
building?
seen, but I'll delve into it and give you an answer while you are going through the rest of the games.
Sounds like a plan, because as I didn't realize it was on Game Pass, so I'm more likely to give it a try. But
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's like the lawn mowing simulator or something.
It's along that line,
odd-
yeah. It's
an
like
odd like premise, but it might be fun.
the other one. I totally forgot the other game that I can compare it to was PC Building
Human
Simulator.
full flat. I know.
Never going to live that down, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, it's like PC Building Simulator. You're not actually doing anything, but it's just like a therapeutic wee game where you take things apart, you revamp them, you put them back, you dress things up. That type of game. It's free to play. Jump in, have a look at it. You'll be pleasantly surprised how good it is.
Hour of Game Pass. Nice.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. Anything else, or should we move on to Daniel so he can get his own back on us?
Just a bit of bean action. That's it.
Can't beat a bit of beaning. Daniel, tell us about what you've been playing this week. Other than Fall Guys, please.
Other than Fall Guys, Human Fall. No, I have played The Gunk.
I'll bet you did. What games you been playing
I was going to say that's what happens when you get some bean action.
The Gunk. I have played The Gunk on Game Pass. It is a good time. You land on a new planet. You're having issues kind of getting talking to your friends because of issues on your ship. So you land, you clear a space. Essentially, what you're doing is going through this planet, and you have to clean up the gunk. There's this weird kind of, can I describe it as like black bogies that you've got to like.
It's pretty grim looking, isn't it?
I was really worried where he was going with that there when he was going to say about cleaning something up.
Not as bad as you do. But then as you clean up the gunk, all of a sudden the world kind of turns more colourful, vibrant, beautiful looking. And as you're doing that, you get
that does happen when you
clean up the mess.
Yeah. I can see clearly now.
Yeah. So I'm about I want to say 20 minutes, half hour in. I'm enjoying it. It's quite really weird. It's quite therapeutic and enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, you guys have put me off, and I can't sell this game any better. But the game is good. Like as I said, you're going down. You can upgrade some of your abilities. And it's just a nice, quite fun and relaxing game to play, even though it probably shouldn't be relaxing.
And shouldn't be called The Gunk.
Yeah, and that didn't help anyone's cause.
It started off rough with that, and then some of the descriptive terms you used there, Daniel.
I mean, I don't think you could have said anything that would have been turned around.
Well, essentially, they call it The Gunk anyway. Go on.
Can we move for Dan straight on to Jay's game of the week just so we can properly have a fucking meltdown?
I just see what it is as well.
Anything else, Daniel, before we move on to
no, I'm going to leave it there because you guys.
That's fair enough. It was decent. I didn't like it at all, to be honest, when I played it, but it was all right. But my game is a game after The Gunk. You want to play a bit of Freshly Frosted? Oh yes.
It's something.
So this is a puzzle game that there's sort of like a fairly loose story about looking at the clouds and whiling away the time with your imagination. Basically, you have to get donuts from the donut stand to the exit, either straight there or via being frosted with all sorts of glaze and sticky bits on it. You either get some icing or some cream sprinkles.
Do you get to fill it?
You get to fill the donut, yeah.
Can be a filled donut.
Jamie, tell me more.
No, it's a lovely little puzzle game. Basically, you use build conveyor belts to build from start to finish, and it's wonderful. My kids really enjoyed playing the demo last year when it came out in the Summer Games Demo Fest thing. And it suddenly surprise launch. I didn't know it was out, and they were like, "Here, would you like to review it?" I was like, "Oh, actually, yes, I would." And I'm really enjoying it. So I think I've just beat the second box of. Well, there's like a box of donuts as a level, so I beat the second box. I think it's 9 boxes in total, and they're already getting pretty hard. But yes, it's a nice, cheery little puzzle game basically, where you glaze your stuff all over some donuts. Lovely, wonderful little puzzle game.
Do you get to see the customers eat it?
No, there's no customers, unfortunately. It just goes into the void.
Okay. Just
and then you sort of get a good sense of satisfaction once you finish the level.
Cool.
Once
you finish your glazing.
Yeah, yeah, and then you move on and glaze some more. You know, sometimes you've got to glaze more than others, but it's the needs and wants of the business. You know.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I was going to say I've got no segue from that. I've been playing The Quarry as well.
Yes, let's talk about this because I played it. That's one of my games. Let's talk.
I started it last night. Finally, I wanted to try and start earlier in the week, but then I've started playing it, and so far I've just started chapter 2, and I'm not as high on it as I hoped I'd be.
What? Go on. Why?
What's it called? Prologue. Sorry, the characters were probably just about interesting enough, but I found the setup to be very, right word, hokey, I guess, maybe.
Do the hokey cokey.
It's kind of the whole point of being like a teen horror slash horror flick type thing. But I won't spoil it. But there was one bit where you crash your car basically, and you're talking around, and then all of a sudden the creepy guy comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh, well, that's just odd. And then it progresses from there. And the characters so far, I don't remember any of the names because I've only played it for about an hour or so, but I don't like any of them so far. They can all fucking die in a fire as far as I'm concerned. The only one I do like, and the only reason I like her is because I watch Modern Family, and I can't remember her name in the game, but it's Alex from Modern Family.
Ariel Winter.
The girl with the red hair in the quarry.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't only like her because I know I like her in the TV show. But I'm going to carry on playing it because I do love their games. It's just so far, it hasn't quite grabbed me as much as I'd hoped.
I know exactly what you mean. Like the first prologues were like, okay, that's kind of the setup. You'd have no idea what's going on, and then of course you've got the first chapter. And then it's a bit pants. But I think after that the first two chapters, it starts getting really good. It starts ramping it up really good, and then I couldn't really.
The tease at the end of chapter 1 sort of got me a bit more interested, but then like I said, I stopped at the beginning of chapter 2 because it's already too late.
Yeah.
When we finally saw Ethan
chapter
Suplee and his dad or whatever.
Yeah. So chapter 3 onwards, it starts getting banging.
Like I said, I'm definitely gonna play some more. Probably it have to be next weekend, I think. But yeah, like I said, it didn't quite grab me as much as I hoped, but I will carry on playing it. But so far it's definitely lower on the totem pole than Human Fall Flat. So the only other one I've been playing is Sonic Origins again. Again, my review will be up tomorrow. I think I've scheduled it for. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed the collection. Obviously, the game's really good. Really, you can't go wrong with original Sonic the Hedgehog 1 through 3 and CD. I'm not as big a fan of CD as the others, but what I do like is the mission mode. I don't know if any of you guys have played Sonic Origins yet.
Not yet, no. What is the mission mode?
I think I spoke about it briefly last week, but it's basically like bespoke levels that they give you challenges for each game. So in Sonic 1, for example, they put you on Green Hill Zone, but it's only a small section of it, and you got to defeat 10 badniks within 30 seconds or something like that. Or you got to get through a level as fast as possible while also collecting 100 rings and remaining invincible. Or they get harder and harder as you go. And because it's not just the levels, it's like one is in Spring Yard Zone, but it's basically a completely new bespoke level that uses the Spring Yard Zone like elements. And the idea is to get through it as fast as possible to get to the end. And you get S, A, B, and C ranks. And obviously, the higher the rank, the more coins you get to spend in the museum. And I really enjoyed that part. I wasn't expecting to like that part quite so much. And some of them, like I said, they get quite tough trying to get the S rank. It's good. It's good. And then the games are good. The nice widescreen presentation. Being able to play as Tails in Sonic or Knuckles in Sonic 1 is good. Makes it a bit different. Same with Sonic 2, 3. Sonic CD, I think you don't play as Tails, and Sonic, you can't have Knuckles in that for some reason. But a good little collection. It's a bit odd that the pre-order shit, like they've locked behind a paywall of like having an extra mission mode, a hard mode, or being able to move the camera on the title screen. Very important stuff, Got to pay a couple of quid for that. But overall, I think it's a good collection and a good way to play the Sonic games for the 15th, 100th time. If you've played them before, or if you haven't played before, go check them out.
Well, it's just a steep price, isn't it? 33 quid. Like,
it's steep for a collection, but like I said, the missions I think are worth it, and the extra bits and pieces they've bolted on, I think are well worth playing it. Again, if you've not played them a million times before, but well good, well good, bro, isn't it? So anyway, that's my games. I've played a fair few other things, bits and pieces, but I've waffled on. Actually, I'm going to waffle on for one slight moment longer. Did anybody play Broken Pieces? Broken Pieces. There's a demo in the Summer Games Demo Fest the other week. And one of them was called Broken Pieces. And I finally got to play it today. And it's basically an old school Resident Evil style game, like fixed cameras and stuff. But it's like a sci-fi, almost like Half-Life type adventure. And I really enjoyed it. The demo is about an hour long. and it's a bit clunky like the old school, like I said, like old school Resident Evil. But yeah, for what I played, I was really getting into it. And when the demo ended, I was like, God fucking damn it, I want to carry on. So yeah, Broken Pieces, go check it out if you've got it redeemed off the store. And if not, then tough shit, it's gone now. Ha ha ha, you have to wait till it comes out. But yeah, I really enjoyed that demo. So go and look it up because it's a good game.
I think
Nice.
when we were talking about the demos last week, I actually meant to say to this about you, Jay. I'm sure this, if it's the one I think it is.
It was one of the ones I downloaded, and I was like, I'll get to it at some point. And today,
Yeah, 'cause I think-
a spare bit of time. I thought, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I think in the link that you put up where it had like the 5 games that was featured, and one of them was that futuristic neon shooter bullet
Yes.
time one.
Yeah, Severed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Severed Steel.
So, and one of them, the other one that you hadn't mentioned was this Broken Pieces, and it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it's decent. Like I said, I really enjoyed the demo. Maybe I'll get some gameplay recorded or something and whack up on the YouTube channel at some point in the near future. However, that's enough of me. Who haven't gone to yet? Ian.
I haven't been playing much other than the Fall Guys, which we mentioned earlier, and also the Quarry. But that's been taking my week. I've finally completed the Quarry, and for me, yeah, I personally loved it. The first couple of chapters were a bit, but after that, it was really good. Another game I finally
Important
did.
question before you move on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did everybody survive?
yes, of course.
Of course,
No, I'm not an amateur on that.
I'm just wondering how it goes because I think, was it you or was it Pete that said he wasn't sure about, there was one of them that was missing at one point. No, I don't know where they are right now, but they might have died.
Oh no, it all comes to light at the end. So yeah, mine's all good. Everyone survived. I want to do another playthrough now and killing everyone though. So
Fucking too right.
That's how it's got to be
you're-
done.
Of course. Especially some of them are just so, like I said, there are one or two characters I'm like, I wish you could die. But,
Repeatedly.
And
I
now
will
have
find
my
a way.
chance.
I
Yes.
will find a way to kill you straight away. But yeah, other game we've been playing actually, which was our previous Project Game Pass, I actually decided to go and complete it. So again, I finally finished Smash 5. And before I was middle up, I'm actually going to go middle down now.
What changed?
Because I have no idea what the fuck I was doing. I got so bored of the story. I don't know who I'm killing, and why I'm here, and why I'm in this space. The story wasn't gripping enough. Then the point was just skipping cuts. So I just want to get this to the end of this now. So I was
Yeah.
skipping cutscenes and stuff. And that's when you kind of lose faith in the game, when you're starting skipping cutscenes. You can't bother to go through and listen to the story.
Yeah, I must admit, like when I've been playing a co-op, so that might be factoring in it as well. But like I don't really know. Like we've just done a mission where try and how to say something without spoiling it too much.
I don't
Basically,
think anyone's going to care too much.
Yeah.
you're trying to sabotage a German factory that's producing big ships and stuff for the U-boats and that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you anything about it. I knew that was what that was because it was part of the mission, so you physically knew you had to do that. But the
Yeah,
actual
exactly.
story to go along with it, I was like, cool. Where do I need to go? Who do I need to kill? And what's my target that I need to get to as well? And once I've done that, let's get on to the next map. Once I've got all my collectibles, and that was it.
So yeah, and even the final level where you kill the main bad guy, that's as depressing as anything. I thought at least make it a bit more difficult, but no, it wasn't difficult at all. So yeah, I'm moving it to middle down now because it's actually really disappointing. It's probably one of the worst sniper elites I've played.
Damning praise from our man Millie Manny in it. Did you at least get 1000 G?
God, no, I'm not going to go back to the game. It's deleted and longer.
He must have been poor if he's not even going to go suffer
Yeah.
through that.
Oh,
For
Thing
no,
is, like,
God.
30,000.
So, because I would imagine the achievements are hidden sort of behind like the collectibles and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of it's time for collectibles
And the
stuff.
collectibles are a bastard unless you're
Or like
sitting.
master, you got to master each weapon. I'm like, I'm not fucking playing through the game
No.
with each weapon.
And because some of the weapons can only be got by doing like killing the target. So obviously you've got your main mission, and then like an assassination target pops up, and you can
Yeah.
only unlock some of the guns by killing them in a very specific way. Very
Yeah.
very Hitman-esque type idea. But the
But
problem
then, yeah.
the
go on, you
problem
say.
with that is you need to rely on it. Like, so if you miss the window, you need to wait for them to do their whole cycle of whatever they have to do to then go back to the place to get them to die the way they want to do. So you could be sitting there, fuck all else to do in the map.
For ages, yeah. And
Waiting
also, if
for
shit
this.
hit the fan and they all start going crazy, that's done that.
Yeah,
You missed
you're
their
fucked.
chance.
Reset, start again. It's just, having weapons hidden behind that sort of thing is a fucking nightmare.
So yeah, unfortunately for me, it's a.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, as I said, you can go read Special Guest Pete's review on the site now. He was a bit higher on it than I think most of us. It's a shame,
I say
but
I enjoyed the other one. This one's just like, oh no, I'm done. I couldn't. Maybe I said maybe 4 was their peak. 5 is just like, yeah, you're taking the piss now.
maybe we'll get a hefty improvement for whatever the next one will be. Maybe a reboot or something, as the industry likes to do.
Well, they rebooted 2, so who knows? Probably will.
So, yeah. But yeah, thank you very much. So we've been playing some decent games, some middling games, and some donutty games for review this week. And we got a few other reviews up on the site. F1 2022 is reviewed by the aforementioned special guest Pete. Quite high on it as well, on 8.5 for that one. We've got Fire Girl Hack and Splash Adventure from Jake at 7.8. And Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song from Graham at 7.1. I think he spoke about that last week, didn't he? Not quite enjoying it as much as he hoped, but it's still worth checking out, I think, if you're into that sort of story-based adventure game. We've got plenty of other reviews and stuff on the site if you want to go check them out. However, if you want to check out things that come into that wonderful service known as Game Pass, Ross, why don't you regale us with such titles?
It's always tricky at the start of the month. There's nothing that really jumps out at you and makes you go, oh, that could be good.
The first one.
Yeah, but I feel like 90% of people have played it, and even that, it's very much Marmite. People either like it or they fucking hate it.
True that. What is that game?
That game, yes. So it's basically covering the whole month because we don't really have that much cover week to week just now being the start of the month. So Far Cry 5 launched 2 days ago on the 1st, console, cloud and PC. Last Call BBS, July 5th on PC. Matchpoint Tennis Championships, July...
Champion what?
Exactly. Can be a bit of champion tits. July 7th on console.
Especially if they're freshly frosted.
Escape Academy. Was Escape Academy not last month?
I feel like I've heard that name a lot lately, but I'm not sure if it's been pushed back or
I don't think it's come out yet.
Yeah, right. So July 14th on console for that. The one that Jay's looking forward to, As Dusk Falls, and Ian.
And yeah, that's the game of the showcase. Maybe you didn't say it.
July 19th on console and PC, and then another one that I looked into while I was doing the research for these, Immortality, which is again a story narrative driven type idea. July 26th on console and PC.
Yeah, that one caught my eye when I was doing the updating our behind the scenes work for stuff coming out. It's by Sam Barlow, guy who did Telling Lies and Her Story, another live action like murder mystery. But I'm hoping this one will be a bit easier to get into because I couldn't really get into Telling Lies after a while. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent. And obviously, As Dusk Falls, very exciting. Far Cry 5s. I really liked Far Cry 5. I think I'm one of the outliers of that in terms of the general consensus because a lot of people are like, it's just Far Cry again. And I'm like, yeah, it's just Far Cry again. I fucking love it. Keep it up. Keep
us play it.
That's how it should be.
Yes. Yeah, I love a bit of Far Cry 5. Yeah, cool. Ian, apart from the highs of getting some wonderful looking games in this month, there's unfortunately a lot of wonderful games that are leaving us. Why don't you tell us about them?
I know, sad times, but we do have games leaving. And the following games that are leaving is Atomic Crops, Carrion, Child of Mortar, Crisis Tale, and Lethal League Blaze.
So you can read my review of Atomic Crops, quick plug, on xboxtavern.com. I quite enjoyed it. Bullet Hell Farm and Sim. What could go wrong? Wonderful. You all sound well excited about this.
I was like, none of the games I leave I don't really care about.
But Bullet Hell Farm, you can't beat a Bullet Hell Farm and Sim.
I cannot get how you like those games. That Bullet just fucking.
I love a bit of Bullet Hell, especially
The only one I probably would play off that list is Carrion. That's clutching.
That's one I've wanted to play, but as with the 10 ton of fucking games coming to Game Pass, I haven't got around to it. Christ Tales was quite good.
Christ Tales is the one that Gray was highly praising about when that was where it's like it's split into like the past, present, and future.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That was quite a high.
I did quite a demo, but it was very slow, like you said. Like it took forever to get in.
Yeah.
There. And go check them out. There's a few other reviews on the site for some of them, like Christ Tales, Children of Mortal, both by Graham, I think, and Carrion. I think DJ did that for us when he was
Carrion.
with
That
us.
sounds familiar. Why do I know that name?
That's
It's, like it's the one where you play the monster instead of the humans trying to go through the spaceship and kill everyone. It's got some weird physics and stuff to it. So yeah, go check them out before they leave on the 15th of July. And Ross, Daniel, sorry, you're going to take over Games of Gold because Graham's not here.
Okay.
Tell us all about Games of Gold for the month of July, please.
So, new games are in. I shall tell you can still pick up Project High Rise Architects Edition until July 15th. But the new games for July are Beasts of Sugar Lumps of Maravilla Island. And that's from the 1st until the 31st. You have Relector, thank you. And that's from the 16th of July up until August 15th. Thrillville Off the Rails.
Hey, go on, mate. Well done.
I really think it's unfair we picked the fucking dyslexic guy to read the whole fucking Games with Gold this month. I'll stick up for you, Dan.
Maybe
Don't
not
worry
my
about
finest shoot. Maybe
I'll stick up for you, Dan. Don't worry about
We're
it.
with you, Dan. We're not gonna. We're supporting you, Daniel. Carry on, please.
Listen, I butcher everything I touch. Thrillville's till the 15th of July, and then Torchlight, got another one right, booyah,
Yes.
July 16th until the 31st.
Nice. Well, I'm going to do another quick plug. You can read my review of Relicta on xbox7.com/Relicta review. I guess I don't know. You
Relicta review.
I like her.
It's a fucking wonderful like puzzle first-person game, kind of in the vein of Portal. It's like physics-based puzzles with boxes and colors and gravity and zero gravity and all sorts of wonderfulness. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, go check that out. And there's some decent games in that list. However, I think that gentleman does us for the week.
Yeah.
So, unless you want to go and find games that also like Human Fall Flat, you can follow us at xboxtavern.com. You can see our written views, xboxtavern.com. Whatever, I don't know. Fuck this already. And just search up Xbox Tavern, Nice G's, and they'll tell you where we are. And you can find us and follow us and read all our stuff that we do everywhere on the internet. That'd be wonderful. Thank you very much. I've been Jamie. You can follow me at InXan or at Xbox Tavern on Twitter, like I said. Or you can follow Daniel.
At Xbox Tavern 80. Xbox Tavern 80. Chocolate Bear 80.
We fall off the rails. Ian.
At Xbox Tavern. No. Too
no.
right.
And Ross.
I'll be the professional one. At Scottish Gruff.
How long is that going to be there for?
How many times did you change your name?
Scottish Gruff was what it was the last 2 weeks. I've even changed the little fucking icon on the show and everything.
Till we give him another nickname, he'll change it again.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
exactly.
Little name floozy.
Start calling him Wanker if he does it.
Probably. No, Wanker's too fucking English. At least come up with something like ball bag or something.
Ball bag.
Fucking
Haggis
Ball bag. Ball bag, Daniel, really? Ball bag.
Well, we can't call you the C word, can we?
Cunt, why not?
At Scottish Cunt on Twitter.
That's a term of endearment in Scotland.
Yeah,
Damn,
it's
and
fair.
Damon in my
Doing
house
anyway.
as well.
Yeah, same with me as well.
Snap a cunt. See?
Exactly. Anyway, right.
Daniel.
Thank you very much for listening. We've been Xbox Tavern. This has been Xbox Tavern, Xpod Tavern episode 85th at 8 p.m.
Yes.
on a Sunday night on youtube.com/Xbox Tavern. Thank you very much. And we will see you again next week.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.